Welcome back to the second quarter here at DouglasCountyDigest.com. We are in Villa Grove. The Storm are knocking on the door. Hutchins, number 12, takes the QB keeper, and they're signaling he was in.
There is a flag on the play.
And the flag on the far side of the field. We'll see. It looks, yeah, illegal motion on the Storm, so that will move them back.
5-yard walk-off will make it 1st and goal from the 6.
5 yards. 5-yard loss on that penalty. So 1st and goal again. Villa Grove's defense trying to make a stand there around their own goal line.
That penalty is really going to help them out. They go from just being able to stop stopping a 1-yard run to about a 6-yard play, and we'll see what they do here. Sangamon Valley.
2 wide out.
Be a run.
They run to the right side, and again, there's a lot of high hitting. It looks like they're going to get back to the goal line.
Fields on the carry.
So it'll be a 2nd and goal. Excuse me, from about the 2.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And the Storm threatening to score again. As we said, there have been a lot of high tackles for Villa Grove. Haven't seen a whole lot of people go low. Hutchins under center, and he'll keep it himself again. I don't think he made it in.
No, they're spotting short.
And he did not from the spots we're seeing, so it'll be 3rd and goal from the 1. Number 12 Hutchins just doesn't look like he really wants to get hit too hard. He's going in there pretty soft when he goes up the middle. I think he's getting more momentum from his running back coming up and pushing him forward than he is himself.
Well, what they're doing is they're having the offensive line kind of make a wall for him to run behind, but he's getting no push because he's not the first one in there. He's the last one, and he has no room.
Same play, and it looks like he rolled in on the left side, and Hutchins QB keeper is in for the score. And Sangamon Valley Storm visiting here in Villa Grove, and it is 12-0 in favor of the Storm.
We saw 3 quarterback keepers on that set right there, but one of them worked, and that's all you really need. A touchdown. That's the 2nd one for Miles Hutchins. He's got runs of 15, 3, 0, 12, 1, and 1, and 2 touchdowns.
Maybe something for Villa Grove to look out for. Remind the referees. Pretty sure you can't push the guy into the end zone or forward.
Royce's extra point kick is good.
At all.
10:36 left to go in the half.
The Storm make their extra point, and they are now ahead 13-0 in the 2nd quarter with about 10.5 minutes to go. We'll see if Villa Grove's offense can start the fire here for the home team. First round of the playoffs. And again, some of the other Douglas County teams. Arcola is taking on Astoria in Arcola. Tuscola is visiting Shelbyville. I believe Arthur is also visiting Leroy. We'll try and get you some of those scores after halftime. And so far, an impressive ground game for the Storm. They are also the ones with the one impressive pass for around 35 yards to set up their first score. Villa Grove's defense just doesn't seem like it's able to stop the run right now. Number 15, Jimmy Staub for the Storm, getting set to kick off. You got number 20, Bradley, and number 27, James. A little pooch kick, picked up by number 5, Tyler Price, and he gets a good gain up the middle. So Villa Grove will have good field position on their 40-yard line to start. So hopefully maybe the Villa Grove offense can come out here and get some points on the board. Decrease this deficit before halftime. 2 wideouts for Villa Grove.
Come on, offense, move the ball.
Man in motion. Handoff up the middle. And Max Daly with a gain of 1. Second and 9.
Yeah, Max Daly is always the star player for this Villa Grove offense, and Sangamon Valley has done a good job of keying him. He hasn't had a single run over 7 yards today, so not too impressive for him.
And Bradley this time takes a handoff to the right side, and blocking broke down on the edge. And Sangamon Valley got in there, and there's no gain for Villa Grove as they're in the hurry up. 4 wide outs, 2 to each side of the field. Handoff. No, he keeps it himself. And Gavin Gunter gets back to the line of scrimmage again. So you're looking at 4th and 9 for Villa Grove, still in your own territory. And it looks like he's going to go for it. They're going to take a chance here. 4th and 9. Nope. And they switched. Punting unit comes on a little late. They're going to have to hurry.
We'll see if Villa Grove can get a decent punt here from Parker Balmer.
And it needs to be a quick snap. There it is. And a high kick. 22 Wyatt Royce back to
Break down.
missed tackle. A couple of missed tackles. And he gets tossed forward for a good gain. And as we've been saying, tackling for the Villa Grove is not looking very pretty at the moment.
Yeah, it seems like they've forgotten the major necessity of football to be able to tackle the other team. They had good coverage on that punt, really. They had about 4 guys down by the returner. 1 just grabbed his jersey and then fell down, and 3 others couldn't get him to the ground. So here we see Sangamon Valley will take over from about the 40-yard line with this offense that has already scored 13 points.
And under center again is Miles Hutchins. And motion to handoff is number 22 Wyatt Royce, who gets up the middle for a good gain. 8-yard gain on first down. It'll be 2nd and 2 for the Storm. And he was just dragging people from the offensive line. 8 yards on that play. Miles Hutchins again under center. And you're not seeing a whole lot of diversity from either team. They've got a couple of set formations they like to use, and they stick with them. And there's a flag as Hutchins keeps the ball on the outside. And he's going to get stood up. No gain, but there's a flag back here in the backfield.
Penalty on the play.
And wow, they gave him a good spot. He is right up there by the first down marker. And there is a holding on Sangamon Valley, so that will march them back and negate that run. So 10 yards in the opposite direction that they want to go. It'll be 2nd and 12 for the Storm.
Brings up 2nd down and 12
And,
for Sangamon Valley.
Come on, defense.
The offensive line is doing a pretty good job on the Villa Grove defense, standing those guys up at the line. Not getting a great push, but when you stand them up, the running back can find his holes. So 2 wideouts either side of the field. And there's a pitch to the left side. Wyatt Royce gets taken down for a gain of close to 3. 3rd and 7 for the Storm.
Wyatt Royce on the carry. Stopped by
Excuse me,
32.
that would have been a gain of about 5. So 3rd and 7 for the Storm.
We'll see what they come out and do. Their quarterback is 1 for 2 for 35 yards, and we'll see if maybe they attack down the sidelines. A run is certainly risky. They've been kind of inconsistent with that today, but we'll see what they come out and do with this 3rd and 7 here.
Same formation. Hutchins takes the snap, looks to throw, throws to the outside. And the ball is tipped around and it's picked off after it was volleyballed around. Good job. I believe that was number 4, Kenny Guerrero, again got his hand in there to knock the ball up in the air. And another Villa Grove defender, I couldn't see who from the press box up here, came over and grabbed it out of the air. So a turnover here by the Storm may give the home team a little life. with 7:15 left to go in the first quarter. They're still down 13 points, but a little momentum shifts to their side.
I believe it was Max Daly who came up with the grab. Like Luke said, we don't really have a clear view of the far sideline, but it seems to me that he was the one that came up with it. And here we see them go on offense, see if they can get themselves back in this game.
2 wide outs to our side of the field. Gunter goes to pass, lobs it up in there, caught by
Penalty on the play.
number 6, Max Daly. And a good catch. Nice lob in there by Gavin Gunter, number 13, the QB. And it looks like the penalty is going to be against Villa Grove.
Ineligible receiver downfield is the call. Right out here. They were both on the line on this side.
I believe they had an ineligible receiver.
Yeah, this is what we see with Villa Grove all too often, making a good play and then wiping it out for themselves. Nice pass there by Gunter, though, although it won't count for anything, but we'll see if maybe they can work some of their magic again downfield.
Handoff up the middle. No, a pitch to the outside. Kenny Guerrero with some quick feet. He's got the first down on the far side. So that penalty does no damage for Villa Grove as number 4, Kenny Guerrero, makes a great play. Excuse me, he was just a yard short, so it'll be 2nd and 1. And Daly hangs on to that one. He'll have the first down. So Villa Grove 1st and 10 here. Good ground game after that penalty.
But down before another Villa Grove Heritage first down.
And the Blue Devils now marching down the field just a little bit here. 6.5 minutes to go. Gavin Gunter in the short shotgun. 2 wideouts to either side of the field. 1 back, straight back behind him. And he fakes the pitch, keeps it himself. He's got up the middle. He's got some room. And he's taken down close to the goal line. Yeah, I think he would have been in if he wouldn't have focused on the guy coming across the field to tackle him.
Yeah, he was very concerned about whether or not he was going to get tackled, and I think that's the reason why he got tackled. He couldn't quite reach to the goal line, but it looks like they're at about the 3-yard line, 2-yard line maybe, and looking to score.
And they could really use a score here. Bradley gets into the end zone, but there's a flag around the line, and that's usually a holding call. We'll find out here in just a second. I'm going to say it's probably a holding call, and that's going to move Villa Grove back. That is not what you want to see after the runs you've made up until this point.
Yeah, we see very typical for this Villa Grove team, 4 penalties for 30 yards versus Sangamon Valley. The Storm has 2 penalties for 10 yards, and like Luke said, that'll knock them back, and they're going to have more field to use to attack.
And Gunter keeps it, pitches out to the left. That's Guerrero again, and he got pushed out of bounds, drilled out of bounds, lost the ball there at the end, but it didn't matter, he was already out. So no gain on the play. And, you know, I'm kind of wondering if they should go back to a little pass right here.
Yep.
They got pushed back with the penalty, so that opens up the field just a little bit more. You're going to have 2 wideouts to our side of the field.
Yeah, it's 2nd down. You've got 3 more to work with. The last time your quarterback passed, he made a nice completion downfield.
And Gunner keeps it himself, and he's going to gain around 4 or 5. So it'll be 3rd and goal, and they have about 6-7 yards to go to get in with 2 downs left.
I'd like to see maybe a couple passes here. It's almost bound to have one of them work from Gunter, who has a decent completion rate on the year. And they've got 2 split out to the left, and Kenny Guerrero sitting right behind the right tackle.
And Daly gets handoff in the backfield, and there's number 32, Mason Hutchins, for the Storm in on the stop, and then it's basically a no gain. So you got 4th and goal for Villa Grove.
Yeah, Daly has 10 carries for 23 yards, just a 2.3 average on the day. Villa Grove not blocking very well.
And there's the pass, and Guerrero got his hands on it, but he dropped it. So the Storm will take over on downs with just under 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. The ball's on the Storm 5-yard line. Let's see if the defense can come up with another turnover here for Villa Grove. It seems to be the only thing going for them right now.
Yeah, disappointing for the Villa Grove offense. You get down to the 1, you get pushed back, you make a couple bad runs, and then you have a drop pass in the end zone. So they couldn't score, but a 34-yard run for Gavin Gunter. He's had a decent running game today. He's just 1 for 2 for 2 yards, though. So we'll see if they can really make some stops on defense here.
And I'd like to see a little more diversity from Villa Grove and the Storm for that matter. That both teams have consistently ran the ball over and over and over. And the passes they have attempted have been for decent gains, except for that a couple that have been incomplete. But, I mean, when you do something over and over again like that without throwing in a couple of I wouldn't necessarily call them trick plays, but we'll find out here in just a minute. Storm coming back out after the timeout.
Quick score update here. Let's see. Arcola's up 14-7 over Astoria, and we just heard that Tuscola's up 6-0 over Shelbyville.
And Storm in the same formation, pitch out to the right side. He's got a lot of field, but they take him down for a short gain. So 2nd and 9 after a 1-yard gain for the Storm.
Fields on the pitch. Stopped by number 1.
And again, we go with runs here.
5, Tyler Price. Gain of 1 on the play.
2 split out for the Storm. Miles Hutchins, number 12, under center. Snap. Fakes the handoff up the middle. QB keeper. And again, they try and pull him down from his shoulders. And he gains a couple extra yards at the end of that play to make it 3rd and about along 2. So 3rd and 2, under 4 minutes, 3:50 left to go here in the half. And Villa Grove's crowd trying to get their defense into it with a little chant here out in front of us. And again, same formation as before. Hutchins takes the snap. He's got Royce, I believe. Wyatt Royce was the runner. He had 2 lead blockers who did some good work to the linebacking core of Villa Grove, and he is enough for the first down. 1st and 10 for the Sangamon Valley Storm. Again, they are the visiting team. They're up 13-0 with 3.5 minutes to go.
Royce has had 7 carries for 48 yards today. Pretty decent work on the ground. Their quarterback has also taken the ball 7 times on the ground for 2 touchdowns and a gain of 15 and 12 were his 2 major runs.
And there's a blitz by Villa Grove. Again, some arm tackling, and running back goes right through 2 tacklers in the backfield. And a good gain on 1st down for the Storm. Be 2nd and a long 2. Great job by the running backs for the Storm. They're just running through Villa Grove arms. No tackles below the waist. Everybody's grabbing high, and the Storm running backs are just keeping their legs moving, getting extra yards. Again, 2 wideouts for the Storm. Hutchins under center, number 12. Man in motion was Mason Hutchins. And they get him in the backfield this time. Good job by Villa Grove. They get Hutchins for a loss, a sack, loss of 1.
32, Noah Danner. Helped out by 25, Skylar Warwick.
And the Villa Grove defense trying to change things around again for the home team here in round 1 of the playoffs. 2 minutes to go. 3rd and 5 for the Storm.
No, you have to actually take that down the subway. Because they don't have chips here. Go to JR's and see what they got.
3 backs in the backfield with Hutchins.
Oh yeah, I had to go and blow that.
Man in motion. Pitch to the right side. And he is going to have the first down again. Number 32, Mason Hutchins on the carry to the right side of the field.
Hutchins on the carry, stopped by number 5.
1st and 10.
Play good for us. First down.
And they're on their own 21-yard line, it looks like. Excuse me, 28-yard line. And going with the same formation consistently now. Man in motion cuts back to the same side. Believe that's 22 Wyatt Royce. He is stopped for a 1-yard gain.
Wyatt Royce on the carry.
Just a good run game for Sangamon Valley. Nothing spectacular, no 30-yard gains or anything, but they just keep consistently working their way up the field against Villa Grove. They've put 13 on the scoreboard so far, and they're looking to add to that just on this drive by chipping away at Villa Grove. I think some play action would be very helpful for the offense to be able to keep Villa Grove from just expecting the run every time.
And Wyatt Royce tackle in the backfield for a loss of 2-3 yards. For the Storm, I would say, I mean, you're up 13-0 as Villa Grove takes a timeout. I'm saying you're up 13-0. Might as well just keep running the ball. For the most part, there's no reason to take a risk. You're keeping Villa Grove out of the end zone. You got a 2-score lead. As long as Villa Grove doesn't score again, you can keep running the ball and just make the clock just as much of an enemy to Villa Grove as everything else so far. And 31 seconds to go in the first half. Like we said, 13-0 in favor of the visiting team, Sangamon Valley Storm, as they have come in dominating the ground game right now. Probably looking back to last week when Villa Grove played Bismarck, and Bismarck just kind of ran all over the Blue Devils last week. It's a tough way to enter the playoffs. They were blitzed last week. Took a really hard loss. Their 2nd loss of the season for the Blue Devils. They've had some pretty decent wins though. They beat Arthur Lovington one of their first couple games out. And here come the Storm after the timeout. Again, split wideouts to either side of the field. Royce in motion. Hutchinson takes it, keeps it himself. And I believe he was stopped short, so it'll be 4th and short for the Storm as Villa Grove takes a timeout to see if they can get the ball back and make an attempt to get into the end zone. And it looks as though that the Storm got a first down. I'm looking over at the marker crew over there and seeing a 4th down, but the chain gang has already moved. Oh, excuse me, I'm looking at it wrong. My apologies. This is 4th and long for Sangamon Valley. So Villa Grove will get the ball back as they come out in pump formation. Number 15, Staub in to pump for the Storm. And a low snap. That was a high punt. He waits for a fair catch, and he gets it on the 50. Good catch. This is a tough catch. I think the wind caught hold of that ball and brought it forward about 5-10 yards.
No timeout, so you got that. Awesome. That's the way to get it.
And Villa Grove takes over First and 10 from the 50-yard line with 15 seconds to go. I would imagine you're going to see at least a pass play or two. And the Storm, Sangamon Valley, take a timeout. So Villa Grove will regroup over here on their sidelines and try and figure out what it is they want to do. Again, some of the other games for the Douglas County team. Arcola was leading last, we heard, over Astoria 14-7. Tuscola was up over Shelbyville in Shelbyville 6-0. That's a rematch from an earlier game this year where Tuscola and Shelbyville put a lot of points up on the board, but Tuscola came away with a pretty decisive victory then. And Arthur was down to Leroy with a few minutes left in the fourth quarter, 38-20. Last time we heard. We'll try and get some updated news after the half on all those games.
Yeah, Tuscola was very excited to find their first round playoff matchup against Shelbyville.
Gunter takes a snap, rolls to his right, throws, complete, and he'll get out of bounds. 14 seconds to go on the clock. And 2nd and 1. Oh, no, they're going to give him a first down. And there's first down for Villa Grove. 14 seconds on the clock, still down 13-0. A score here would be big for Villa Grove going into halftime. There's the snap. Gunner again rolls to his right, throws, same play, and he drops it out of bounds. Still stops the clock, still plenty of time on the clock. 10 and a half seconds to go. 2nd and 10. And short plays are nice, but you're going to have to see a little bit more arm from Gunter, in my opinion. And he rolls to his left this time. Throws deep and overthrows Guerrero just a little bit on the sideline as it falls incomplete with just under 5 seconds to go.
If he would have run that ball there, I think he could have gotten the first down, but he wanted to go downfield, and Guerrero was just too small to go up and get that ball. He had a defender smothering him along the sideline, and now it's going to be 3rd and 10 for Villa Grove. We'll see what they do.
Get one more play in here. He's got to go to the end zone. Throws, contact, man falls down. Signal is touchdown on this side of the field. Villa Grove gets in at the half, 6-13. So Villa Grove with great pass play. Good job by the wideout for Villa Grove, fighting position on the sidelines. I believe that was number 27, Dalton James, with the catch, and he gets in. Villa Grove with their first score, no time left on the clock, and that hurts the Storm. Kind of a punch in the gut there before they go into the locker room. 25, Skylar Orwick will attempt the extra point. A little bit of a high snap, and Orwick hits the upright, and it is no good. So 13-6 here in Villa Grove at halftime. The home team down 6 points. We'll be back with the second half in just a few moments.